Okay, everybody. This is Beau Evans with NOLA.com, the Times-Picayune. We are taking a tour of the Sewerage Water Board power generation facilities.
Power that is generated by the turbine is distributed into the system. This facility has been built. There we go. Damon.
Okay, guys, this is Damon Adams. He is supervisor in charge of turbine operations.
This is what we're going to
Give a brief description of the building.
Okay, welcome to Turbine 6. This is our newest unit. It is described as an aeroderivative. It's a converted jet engine to generate power. It generates 15 megawatts of 60 hertz power, and it's our only unit like this. It's relatively new to us, and it's a very complex system. It has lots of safeties, and it has it's all computer driven. It's not like the old units we have in the plant, which are mostly manual. This thing is completely automated. It starts on diesel and then runs on natural gas. We take Entergy's 200 pounds of supplied gas and we boost it to 400 pounds and run this unit. Any questions?
Entergy's 200 watts?
I'm sorry?
Entergy's 200 watts?
I'm sorry. Oh, Entergy gives us 200 pounds of natural gas pressure. We boost that to 400 psi to run this particular unit.
When do y'all use this one specifically?
This is it's mostly for emergencies, and if we are under a storm event and we lose Entergy, we can make the same type of power Entergy creates here with this unit. We could run it infinitely as long as we have natural gas.
Say and spell your name for me one more time.
What's that?
Say and spell your name for me one more time.
D-A-M-O-N. A-D-A-M-S.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Any other questions?
It's not a very good one, but I have a question. It seems a little different than that. So you're telling me that all of this energy is generated?
No. The turbine itself is outside this particular room. This is the electrical breaker room where all the fans, motors, and pumps are controlled. And we can start and stop the unit from in here. However, the gist of the unit is outside, and it's much larger than this little room. If you'd like to come outside, I can show you. It's a jet engine converted.
Everything electrical happens in this room.
For this particular building. Everything electrical for the Sewerage and Water Board as a whole is run through our central control.
So this is one turbine.
This is just a unit, yes.
Can we look at the whole?
Sure. Would you look at the air in the room? Yes. I have to ask everyone, you can take a picture of the unit with no flashes because it can trigger the fire suppression system.
No flash.
What's the reason for taking this tour? I got someone asked me on Facebook Live, what's the reason for taking the tour? It's just good information to know, right? It's an important...
We are as we get into hurricane season, as we any other weather-related events that citizens know what's going on.
Right.
We know what new investments have been made and stuff like that.
Critical infrastructure. We should know how it works, right?
Yeah.
It's not on right now.
No. This is a lot like what you would see in a 727.
All right, so we're going to look at turbine number 6.
Converted for power generation. Even Navy aircraft carriers, small Jeep carriers like helicopter carriers, have up to 5 of these in there. That's how reliable they believe it. It's become an industry standard, these particular units.
And how
Air
many?
enters through a set of filters into a compressor. It is compressed and mixed with fuel, ignited, and turns a rotor. The thrust coming off that rotor drives the generator. They're not directly connected. So as the generator speed would stay the same, the turbine speed will rise and lower according to demand.
There you have it.
So this is not running right now, obviously. Not running at this time, but this is what it looks
what looks like it's glowing in that shot is actually just a light. This is reflecting off the overlay.
And so,
No. You're going to span 100 years of power generation technology in 10 minutes or less.
This is the new. We're about to go see the very old.
so when would you crank this up again if the other turbines just
We can
weren't
crank this
working?
up
Or
at any moment.
Right.
At a moment's notice, and we can have it online relatively quick.
but you don't do it for every storm, or, and maybe not even the big ones.
Well, the way
Depends.
we manage power based on demand. So
Right.
we haven't. What has really been great about the last 8 to 9 months is we now have a much more flexible complex of power available. So you'll see this power is available. We bring it online. You'll see the other gas turbine and the steam turbines that we can bring online as we need. That's one of the great things right now. There's no established 1, 2, 3, 4. You met Eric Labatt. His team manages our power demands and our power needs based on what's needed to run wood pumps where in the city. So having that flexibility is what gives us a little bit, excuse me, a little bit of that internal redundancy of the system.
How do you determine, like, hey, we're going to use this one today, we're not going to use this one, we're going to just stick with the other ones?
It's just excuse me. It's strictly on power needs. The operations center, Damon's operations group and Eric's group, they rotate them as needed to make sure everything's getting exercised. It gives us a chance to, plus the systems run, this system runs its self-diagnostics. Like Damon said earlier, it's all computer controlled, so we know one of the things we want to do is convert this to a little bit more of an all-weather system so that it can operate at lower temperatures.
Right.
So, because this is a newer one, does it also mean that you like turn this on first, for example?
Nope, not necessarily. Typically, we'll probably go to the gas turbines and the steam turbines that you'll see in a few minutes because they're connected to larger generators. It's not so much the turbine demand, it's the power generation demand. So this has 20 megawatts of 60 cycle power, but only 3.5 megawatts of 25 cycle. So it depends on what power we're looking for when.
And that disc.
This pushes power into our entire drainage complex that's managed through what we call central control. They manage the power demand throughout the system.
And that entire big gray
Is this
box
also
behind
used
this
at all for the
lower
water
section
treatment
is
Yes,
the generator
massive
itself.
power.
and the sewage?
That's the generator up there.
Right past that. That's exhaust. The generator's that big box right back there. It says brush.
All right, guys, let's head
To
back
give
out the
you
way
a
we
general
came in.
idea of, hold on a second, Jeff, of how we would use this machine during hurricane season. Area threatened by high winds, one of the first things that go, energy service. We would put this machine online to replace energy services within this Carrollton water plant facility. So we would replace Entergy's power with our own by means of this generator right here.
How new is this one?
We put it into service 2014. Right. Put it in service 2014 after a need was developed post-Hurricane Katrina.
Eric Labatt is in charge of the drainage system.
How often?
Was this in service last August?
Say that
Was
again.
this in service last August?
How often you guys crank this up?
We test it weekly.
You do?
Starts on diesel.
Yeah.
We switch it over to natural gas, swap it back and shut it down. The idea is it's built as an island. It's completely self-contained. And, you walk over here, you start a diesel generator with batteries. Take that power, start this unit. Once this is producing power, parallel it to, shut the diesel generator down. Now we're running off of this. Then we'll go through the complete testing phase on this, and then initiate a shutdown, which is just a reversal of that procedure.
All right. Thanks. All right, everybody. That was the first of 5 turbines that we're going to look at today here at the Sewerage and Water Board.
T4 and 5.
The main power
Every part's a good part here, absolutely.
well, the only power plant, except for the backup generators in different spots. We're gonna, we just looked at turbine number 6, which is generally a backup generator. Has a big jet engine that, as it was described, it acts like an island during something like a hurricane, in which it's able to generate power here in the event that Entergy loses power. It's the newest of the turbines at the Carrollton Power and Water Treatment Plant.
I'm going to ask you to follow David Adams here. Once again, please be very careful.
So we are now going to go look at some other turbines, maybe the backup generators here too.
So you were saying that, oops, sorry, yeah, again,
Be careful.
one time that I,
If you're just joining us, we are on a tour of the Sewerage and Water Board's power generation equipment over at the Carrollton Power Plant, which is on Claiborne near the Jefferson Parish line. There are 5 turbines here. One of them is being repaired. We just saw the newest one, which is turbine 6, generally used for as a backup in emergencies. And we're going to now go look at turbines number 1, 3, and 5. I think also maybe turbine 4, which has been under repairs for a while. All right, it's kind of loud in here. Damon, we're gonna look at some of the older equipment now, right?
Right now, yes. As a matter of fact, turbine 4 has a commemorative Edison bulb given us to us by GE back in the 70s.
Right.
Standing back then, and it was General Electric's oldest generator operating in the world. All right, guys, we're here.
All right. It is loud in here. Turbine 5 here, yeah?
This is turbine 5. The gas turbine generator run off natural gas and fuel. And then the steam turbine is for, Damon is going to give the brief, he just want to turn the fans off. So, Damon, I didn't know if you want to stand here, they'll get there so they can have their pretty media view.
let's wait for them. Let's wait for them all to come up.
Let's wait for them all, sorry.
Okay.
You want to stand there? So Damon.
All right, so this is turbine number 5. It was recently repaired, put back into service. It is a dual-powered turbine, meaning it is able to run on natural gas as well as diesel. However, my understanding is it was tested for diesel recently and didn't perform very well on the test. But that's just my understanding. I'm not an expert. This is turbine number 5. Yes, apparently there's a plaque here. Damon, what does this plaque tell us again?
It says generator specifications.
Okay.
Kilowatts.
This isn't the award for being the oldest.
No, it's over in Eric's office. It's an Edison bulb.
Okay.
Commemorative Edison bulb.
I see.
Is this the oldest one?
No.
How old is this one now?
This is from the 50s.
50s.
Yes. We got it in 60s. This is
about 5 to 7 minutes at this site, so we're going to go ahead and start this briefing right now.
This is turbine generator 5. It is a gas turbine. It can run on either natural gas or diesel. Unlike turbine 6, This unit specifically designed as a land-based unit. It's the advantage of this particular machine is its robustness. It can take a lot of abuse. It can take drastic load changes, temperature swings, and it can practically burn mud. That's how tough this machine is. It was built to hold up, and we just had it serviced. It's actually functioning quite well, and we're doing some work right now to make it operate on diesel as well. So now over here is turbine 4. This one's still being prepared. It's very close to being finished, and we're beginning the testing phase now. This is a 20 megawatt unit at 25 hertz. It's a General Electric unit, and when this unit is running, it will be General Electric's oldest operating generator on the planet. So that's a pretty nice perk.
You said that was steam?
All right. So there you have it. He was just talking about turbine 4. Let's go take a look at turbine 4 here. Turbine number 4. Take a look at a lot of the equipment. It is large and in charge. This turbine is still under repair. It's been under repair for a long time, my understanding, several years. And when it's put back into service, when it's repaired, as Mr. Damon Adams told us, it will be the oldest turbine in the world. Having a look at the backside of turbine number 5. Back over here and here's some words. Like this idea. All right, so we are still on the tour of Sewerage Water Board's power generation facilities. I think we're gonna.
They look like space apples.
Well, the section toward this wall here is the turbine itself. It's a compressor, combustion chamber. And then because this unit runs at a higher speed than the generator needs to run, it has to go through a reduction gear. And that's what this planetary gear system does, is it reduces the speed of the generator to 750. The turbine runs at about 3,600. It's generally made to run a 60 hertz generator, but we've had it adapted to run a 25 hertz generator through this gear reduction. So it's turbine, gearbox, generator.
So in this right here, that's actually like a turbine. Like
that is the jet engine, like it, but not like the one outside. That's small and lightweight. This one's heavy duty, land-based use. You can see it even has covers on it because it's designed to sit outside. Powerhouse.
Thank you. Yeah, no problem.
Back out this way.
All right, we're heading
We're going
to
to 1 and 3.
turbine 1 and 3.
All right.
There you go.
Is everyone ready?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Come on, we want to do the last one, guys.
All right. So we just saw turbines.
I'm good. You okay? I'm good.
All right.
5 and 4. Now we're going to go see turbines 1 and 3. So Damon, what is the interaction between the turbines when they're generating power, and how do they transfer power to the feeders as well, or how does that all work? How do you get the power from here out to all the pumps?
Everything that is generated here is distributed through central control, and through what's called a ring bus.
A ring bus?
Yes, but I would rather Eric give you a better definition of that, because that's his area of expertise.
We'll let everyone
and he can give you a
gather.
much more detailed is exactly how they distribute the power.
Right.
It's quite creative.
And then,
And the guys put the good that.
Come on this way, we
right.
trying to gather up, get everything.
And you also have like frequency changers.
There's one in that building right over there. There's
Okay.
also some at Carrollton and some at Station D.
All right.
Yes.
Frequency changes Carrollton, Station D, and Plant.
And Station C across the river.
Station C, okay.
And after this, guys, it's our last stop on the tour. If y'all have any follow-up questions, just let us know. And I gave all of y'all my cards. If you have any follow-up questions, just let me know.
What's the current status with the testing on Turbine 5?
Turbine 5 is operational. Right
Well,
now,
with the diesel.
GE is here right now making adjustments.
All right, we're just waiting
any
for
sense of
everyone
we
on
are,
the rock,
Working with diesel.
down this rock
haven't
road.
spoken to
We're
him
gonna go
today.
Another set of steps to T1 and T3.
Thank you, sir.
Everybody listen up.
All right.
Yes, Central Affairs West.
So where we've been so far, nothing's been running because we don't need it to be. However, now where we're going, turbine 1, which is as we go up to the steps, going to be the one that's running to the left. So we need to make sure we keep a little bit of distance there. It's superheated steam. It's a steam-driven turbine. So turbine 3 will be across the deck on the right-hand side as we go up the steps. So you can get close to it like you did here. But turbine 1 is running. So we want to keep a little distance there, okay?
And there's some hot surfaces.
And there's some hot surfaces. There's superheated steam coming out of the boiler room. So just, we want you to come back.
All right. You heard him. So I'm going to carefully walk to turbines number 1 and 3, steam-powered turbines. We've just seen 3 out of the 5 turbines that the Sewerage Water Board has available. One's out of service. It's been out of service for a while, under repairs. Turbine number 4. Turbine number 6 is a backup. Really interesting jet engine type turbine that we saw first. And we went to see turbine number 5, which is a dual diesel fuel natural gas turbine that generates about 20 megawatts. Now we're gonna go see 1 and 3. It's loud in here. Oh. Turbine number 1 here. It's loud because it's running. We might try to have a little explanation as to what it does. But over there, in the back, turbine number 3. These turbines are running. check it out from the back. Try to avoid the press here. Turbine number 3. This guy runs on steam, yeah?
Yes. This is steam. 1 and 3 are both steam driven only. 4 is steam driven only. 5 and 6 for dual fuel natural gas.
All right. Where's the hearing protection? Fair question. Not in my ears. All right. So we're taking a look at these. We're going to go outside, maybe have a little we'll have a little explanation of what's going on. Explanation of what these do here, and then I'm going to shut it down. All right, Mr. Damon, that's good stuff. So we got turbines 1, 3 in there.
4, 5, 6.
And 1 and 3 are similar to 5?
No.
No?
1 and 3 are similar to 4.
Okay.
5 is vaguely similar to 6. However, it's a much older land-based unit, where 6 was actually designed to fly an aircraft.
Right. And why is 1 running now?
1 is running our house load right now. We've got we're running our boiler plant off of it. We're running 25 hertz water pressure pump off of it, plus other ancillary controls and any constant duty drainage pumps out in the system.
And the boilers run
steam.
What operations?
The boilers run steam to run these turbines.
Right.
We take power from that turbine to run boiler induced and floor strand fans and things of that nature.
And do they run the water and the sewer on a daily basis, or?
Well, sewer is a separate entity. The water, every bit of water from the East Bank comes out of this plant.
Right.
And 2 of those pumps are right in this room, and there are 2 running right now at Claiborne Station. It takes 4 pumps to run the city's water pressure. We have 8.
And they have a separate power source, or they're running on?
The pumps can run, we have 2 of them that can run off steam power. We have 2 of them that can run on 25 or 60 hertz power. We have 2 of them that are dedicated strictly to 25 hertz power, and 2 of them dedicated strictly to 60 hertz power. So we have a diverse feed for powers for our pumps. So if there's a little issue with one, we can move to another and try to maintain its best water pressure.
But the water runs on the same energy from the turbines, right?
Yes.
Okay.
We're going to brief so the backdrop is in control. Okay. There's Eric right there. So you're going to stand with Eric. There you go.
First of all, question. Who has questions?
Eric,
Yes.
they want a quick brief on Central. You're not going in, but the brief on Central.
We can walk in. Well,
Look to right here.
Central Control is the building behind us. It is the power generation and power distribution center for all of the Sewerage and Water Board's operations facilities. We manage the power going out into the drainage stations, as well as the energy-fed power fed by the public utility at individual facilities. All of our turbine generators feed into that building and are transferred out into the drainage system by means of our underground feeder network, 90% of which is underground. Underground being insulated from environmental conditions such as wind and or lightning. That's why the most dependable power, the most dependable means of delivery is by means of underground cable. In Central Control, the personnel are there. We monitor radar in near real time. Sorry guys, we don't use your local weather services. We have our own vendor that we monitor in real time so as to stay ahead of developing circumstances in and around the city in terms of weather. In addition, we have personnel who are trained in radar interpretation, again, to kind of stay ahead of the circumstances that may be evolving, especially as you move into this time of the year where radar return is minimal at nature, and the next time it updates, you have a blossoming thunderstorm that's going to dump rainfall rates of anywhere May 18th. We saw rainfall rates of more than 6 inches an hour. Not to say that we got 6 inches of rain, it was falling at that rate. Okay?
Question. So the feeders, how do they hook up into the system? How are they integrated? Do they bring the power from here to the pumps, or how do they work as
power
part
is
of the
delivered
whole?
into this building,
Right.
from the power complex.
Right.
Feeders are connected by means of the switch gear here in this building and travel from one station to the other, all the way throughout the system.
Got it.
As well as in Algiers and Northwest Maine.
Got it. And the frequency changers, how do those incorporate into, how do those work?
A frequency changer or frequency converter is
Right.
different from a generator in that a frequency changer requires a source of power to convert that power to a different frequency.
Right.
A frequency changer that operates as a 60-cycle motor needs a source of 60-cycle power, which is typically going to be nitrogen.
Okay.
Post August 8th, we did some things in regard to ensuring an uninterrupted source of motor power,
right,
by means of the generators that were put in place both at Station D and at Carrollton. But you need a source of power to make that 25 hertz power, and vice versa. So in some instances, a frequency changer will have 2 start motors. One here, plant frequency changer, we call it. It can generate either 25 or 60 hertz power.
Gotcha.
It has 2 motors.
So in terms of when there's a storm like you had on a couple of weeks ago, I think we've been told that the 52 is like the top most that you need. But how do you know like what you actually need? Like, how do you determine, hey, we need this much right now, or how do you do that?
When a drainage system is operating at that level, we are anticipating what's going to happen next. So as we go along, based on pumping activity in the station, based on radar that we are monitoring here, we will understand and learn to anticipate how much power we're going to need. It's load forecasting, for lack of a better word.
Load forecasting?
Right. And we operate with a conservatively cautious approach.
Okay.
Which means that we may have more power being fed into the system than ultimately it turns out that we need. But we're better served by having too much as opposed to not enough.
What is that load? What does that term mean when y'all use it?
It equates to the power that each motor is using.
I got you.
Load is our total generated commitment.
Okay.
So each motor.
You mean for each of the pumps?
Right, and that total load is going to be combined load or peak load, maximum load, all of that. But that's as each pump is started and or loaded, its power consumption goes up. That's typically what we refer to as load.
Cool. Thank you so much. All right, all.
Each turbine is a generator.
This is Beau Evans, reporter with NOLA.com, Times-Picayune. We've gone on a long time with this live video. I'm going to shut it off now, but we just took a tour of the Sewerage Water Board's power facilities at the Carrollton water plant on Claiborne near the Jefferson Parish line. We saw 5 turbines, 4 of them work now, and it was pretty interesting. So thank you for joining us. This is Beau Evans, NOLA.com, Times-Picayune, and thank you.